Good afternoon, Americans. This is your private alien and Boo Moose Bubba here on the afternoon of Thursday, July 9th, 2020. And I wanted to do an answer back to some people who emailed me yesterday and today, for the most part, about 60 of you. Two of them were a Mr. Willard Jansen, Jansen, I think, Jansen, if I pronounce that right, like David Jansen, uh, and a Phyllis Ryder. Miss Phyllis Ryder wrote probably the best one of the bunch when she said, "Dear Alien, when I first read your videos about a year ago, and I looked back and you had a whole bunch of them before that, I thought you were a quack, a do-nothing agitator, as she puts it." Miss Phyllis, you are interesting. And by the way, this was a long email. I mean, really long. And she goes on to say that, but as I read the videos, I went back and read the ones when you first started. And you were talking about our way of thinking, that we had to change our way of doing things, our way of thinking, our way of being. And I thought you were nuts. I didn't understand what you meant, and today I must tell you I understand what you meant. I didn't understand why you said you had to get rid of politics, religion, bigotry, and pigmentation issues. Now I do. And she said, but when you wrote last year in November on Thanksgiving and said to enjoy the Thanksgiving because it was going to be our last one, I thought you really flipped the lid. And then you told us about shootings. And I wanted to know, you said something about a mass shooting in the summer of 2020 for 250 some people are going to die. Well, yes, Miss Phyllis, I'm assuming that's going to happen between now and September, according to history. And it has to do with your deterioration of your society here in the United States, where the mask and the shelter in place orders are just going to be too much for some people. And they're going to be out there protesting, and that's going to end up with a 250 people dead on the mass shootings there. That's coming up. Because as you know, there's a lot of people here don't like the fact that they have to wear a mask and that they're going to be sheltered in place again because of the second round of the virus. And by the way, you got 2 more rounds to go because you guys didn't listen. I already told you numerous times how to fix this thing. You're still going to have humongous deaths, but it won't be as much as 2.5 billion planet-wide or 155 million Americans. But you won't listen to me. You haven't since. You haven't at all since I started this. You are one of the few people that have written me a letter and said, oh, wow, you know what you're talking about. Well, it's your history. It's not that I know what I'm talking about. It's your history. Especially the history of this pandemic, because I was enthralled with the European Alliance report of 2064 when they let it out, their final report on the pandemic of 2020-21. So, like I said, the Chinese caused it. The Chinese never took responsibility for it. And they lost over 800 million over there. India is going to lose over 900 million. So, if you got that, there's going to be, 2.5 billion people out of 6 billion people. It's going to be a lot. But especially in the Asian, the Indian, the Chinese, and the Russian part, you're going to lose a lot of people. And it's going to be there. The Americans will be down to 150-some million. But they'll be so disintegrated because they lost their country. So this is what I'm saying, Phyllis. Unfortunately, I don't have any good news. Unless you guys vote for John Kasich and Tulsi Gabbard. That's the only solution you guys have to get this country in some kind of a good footing. Is it too little too late? I don't know. But that's your last chance. This is your favorite alien and Boom Moose Baba saying good day.